Warning. The following video is intended for viewers 13 years and older. Viewer discretion is advised. You're here. You're ready. Welcome to my world.
Welcome back, my YouTube family and friends. It's I'm Ghost of Sparta, and I'm here with another fantastic review for you guys of this 1/12 action figure Dante from Devil May Cry 5 Deluxe Edition. I don't have the regular one to see the comparisons, but I'll probably leave something in the description for you guys. You can see the B-roll of the way the packaging looks, and it's very nice. It's a very big packaging for this figure. It's from 1000 Toys. I believe they're the same production company or shipping company that helped with V. You could check in my link below and also in the cards of my V review with that. So this figure has a lot of accessories. It's gonna be a little lengthier than normal review because of how many accessories this figure actually has. So I want to make sure you guys are ready to watch it all because it's going to be pretty worth it. It's going to be super epic. I mean, just by looking at this figure has a trench coat that is made out of cloth. It's not plastic. It does have bendy wire, but we'll get into that just in a moment. But I want to let you guys know, if you guys don't know me and you're new to this channel, my name is I'm Ghost of Sparta, and I do action figure reviews. And I also do, other reviews of going to other stores and things like that, so you can see where I buy my action figures. So if you're into that kind of thing, just hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon so that way you get notified when new content is available. So don't be afraid to do those things. It helps support the channel, guys, which I really appreciate. And also want to say thank you to all my new subscribers in the past couple of days. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I wish you guys would let me know what made you want to subscribe. Let me know in the comments because I like to hear from all my fans. I did just do a video recently on Wednesday of me going to My D Pins and Collectibles. You guys should check out that video. It's really neat, has some good footage, and you guys can see a place that sells action figures that you can actually go to if you're in the Southern California area. They might have other locations. I did leave information in that description for that video, so go check that out. Click on the card when it pops up so that way you guys can see it. But let's get back to this figure, which is fantastic, man. I really like the figure. The articulation's kind of weird. It does have a lot of detail and accessories, so they did put some thought into it. So I wanted to show you guys what this guy's all about. So I mean, he's a 6-inch figure, I mean, give or take, but you can see that this is cloth. I mean, it's not real leather, it's pleather. I mean, you can feel it. Well, at least I can, you guys can't. So, but it fits the figure well. Removing it, yeah, I believe it can be removed. Would you want to remove it? I don't know. I doubt it. But what's also crazy about this figure is the articulation. So the articulation is kind of weird. I mean, it feels like a normal 6-inch figure, but let's take a look at the neck. It's on a ball peg, just one single ball peg there, as you can see. The way they change the faces on this is actually pretty interesting. There's like this new, it's not like an SH Figure Arts, but you just take off the hair, take off the head, and it just sits on this little piece here. Let me actually plug it back in so you can take a better look on it, but it's on a ball peg and it just sits on that. So how creepy is that? That's the skeleton of this figure. So you can switch out the hairs. They do have different hairstyles for this figure, where basically it's flowing in the air because he's doing something, gymnastic type action pose-ish, video game-ish type of doohickey, so he has that available. So his head swivels 360 degrees. It does look up, but it is hindered a little bit by the sculpt of his hair, but he does look up a fair amount of degrees up, so you can get him looking up as best you can. He does look down very well. He can put his head and neck down to his chest. He can put his chin to his chest, so that's pretty good. So you can get that for posing as well. As for his arms, they fully rotate 360 degrees, but as you know it, this pleather trench coat will hinder the articulation quite a bit, but you do get good range. He does have a hinge to be able to hinge it out. He does have a swivel in the elbow. I want to say it's in the bicep too. I mean, I could remove this so we can take a look at it better. So let's take a look. Let's see. There we go. So yeah, so this is a weird like Robotech type of hinge, But so the hinge would be in the elbow, not in the bicep like most figures. Like I said, it does rotate 360 degrees. So we have that there. He has a double jointed elbow. It's not single jointed, so that's good to know as well. Rotation of the wrist. This is one thing about the company I don't like, is that they don't hide the peg too well. So the peg is just there, but it's kind of good. This is kind of like a pretty good for a beginner collector that wants to pose and stuff, because you can see the joint and you can rotate it to the point where you need to bend it and you won't break the joint. So, but still, these joints are very sensitive, so I'd be very careful. Swap out hands, because he does have a plethora of hands. It just pops off as so, and you can replace the hand to what you like and just snap it back in. So this guy puts this on, so he has his full power trench coat on. As for the waist, I believe there is some technology in this, but there is a waist swivel. He does have somewhat of an ab crunch. He can bend forward and then he can bend back quite a bit, but this is due to the waist. It's not due to anything in the diaphragm from what I see, but he does get some tilts out of it, so you know, when it comes to posing, you'll be able to do that. I don't know if I did mention this, but the trench coat does have bendy wire in it, so you can be able to articulate the trench coat as well. With that being said, we're bound to the legs, into his crotch area. But the technology that they use in the joints is kind of odd in this sense, because I haven't seen something like this, but it is a ball joint that's there that also has another joint connected to it, so that way he can do the splits. He can also kick his leg pretty far up, kick his leg that far back, and it obviously can do, you know, the John Colin Van Damme splits there. And then it does have a thigh swivel, a high thigh swivel. It doesn't rotate 360 degrees, but it gets the job done. We also get I want to say this is a single jointed knee. I don't know. I think it's double jointed, because no, yeah, it's a single jointed knee, but this is weird looking. I mean, what do you guys think about that? So you guys get a single jointed knee. You also get a shin swivel for the boot that he's wearing. We also do get an ankle rocker, and we also get a hinge there as well, and then we also get the toe hinge. So he has a fair amount of articulation that can get the job done when it comes to posing him. So you won't have any problem with posing this figure, in my opinion. I mean, the paint detail, and also, you know, let's go over that. This is plastic. This shirt, it's not cloth. This belt is actually molded into it, so it gives the illusion like his shirt is tucked into his belt and all that goodness there. It does feel like there is an abdomen there, but I think it's just the sculpt of the plastic. But it doesn't feel, if you really press in, it pretty much, you can feel the inside of the joint, but you can see that the sculpt of the abdomen is there, which I thought is pretty thoughtful. The hair, I mean, the face and the likeness looks decent, in my opinion. I mean, you're trying to bring a video game character to life, so I think they did the best they can. We'll go over the different faces he does come with. He comes with a few, but I like the paint on the hair. You can see it's done very well. This piece just fell out of the back because it actually hides something to be able to have weapon storage. If we lift this up, you can see his ass if you want, you know, if you want to look at it, but it has this little peg here that hides, so that way you can actually store the weapons on his back, and then there's an opening here, so the weapons can be stored there. This is there because in the video game it's part of the aesthetic of the costume, so you can actually just have the weight of this fake trench coat pinch it in place, so that way it stays put. But you know, lifting this up, revealing his nice ass, you can see that it hides the little peg there, so that way you can have it look as perfect as you can for an action figure. So let's take a look at the accessories that this guy comes with, because there's a bunch of them. So let's take a look at them all together. Okay, so now that I was able to get all the damn accessories this guy comes with, I mean, that's not including his faces or his hands. We'll get to those in a bit, guys. But look at all this stuff he comes with. I think the regular edition doesn't come with like half of this stuff. I'm pretty sure it comes with his 2 pistols, his shotgun, this sword, and maybe this one, but I don't think it comes with this staff or this sword or that or that. I mean, I don't know half of the names of these. If you guys can let me know in the description, I mean, not in the description, but in the comments, let me know in the comments what these things are called, which each weapon is. I would really appreciate it. I played the first Devil May Cry when it came out on PS2. That's probably as far as I went. So you guys can hate me for that. That's fine, but I don't give a damn. But back to the review. As we can see, we have this right here. This looks like some kind of style of nunchucks. I know that there's a technical name to it. I just don't know what that is, but they were really, I mean, the detail that they paid attention to, because there's actual purple that's on here and black. So I don't know if that's to simulate that this thing powers up or it lights up, you know, like it does in the game. I've only seen bits and pieces of it in the trailer. I've seen my son play it, but other than that, yeah, I mean, but it does have a lot of great detail to it. I mean, you can see here on the little ball right here that it has something going on. Like they molded it just right. I'm trying to get the camera to focus for you guys, but for some reason it hates me right now. But you can see the detail. You can see that they did pay attention to that. So let's go to these bad boys here. Once again, some kind of nunchuck, a 3 style nunchuck. I have no idea, but you can see that the detail is done very well. I mean, obviously this is supposed to be some kind of metal, kind of clubbish type thing. So the details on there as well. So there's 3 of them. It's connected to this chain. I'm pretty sure you could pull this apart pretty easily with the not too much strength, so I'd be very careful with these. But the fact that they included all these extra weapons for possible display options is really nice. So we have this staff here that looks like, you know, red or fire. Once again, it kind of looks like this, that they just used the same mold and just put it together, or maybe that and this weapon are the same, and you know, you could switch between it once you upgrade it. I honestly don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I honestly don't know. So we have his shotgun here. It does have pegs on it. It looks like that's a peg, or that could be part of the detail, but I mean, the detail for the shotgun is not that great, but it gets the job done. I mean, it looks like it does have clips here, so the shells load in that way instead of popping this open and loading them from the back like a normal one. And then we do get his ebony and ivory pistols, which I believe are 50 cal. I want to say that they are. I could be wrong. It kind of looks like the RoboCop gun in my opinion. So that could be I believe the RoboCop gun is like a 1911. That could be one of the options. But if I'm wrong, let me know in the description, guys. Just let me know. And then we got this big bad boy here. I want to say he uses this when he transforms, but he has this big sword or chopping thing of some kind, but it does have great detail. I mean, you can see the gem here, you can see all the jewelry to bling it out as he's, you know, killing all the bad guys or stopping them. He also has this sword here, which is I don't think this is a powered down version of this one, but he has this one as well. Maybe when he turns into his devil mode, but it does have this gem here. I mean, I believe it's just plastic. They just kind of painted it with some red metallic paint. Nothing too crazy. But if you notice, it has the peg right here. This peg is only so that we can store it on his back, so that way you can replace it with this piece here. But this piece over here is actually to hide it. So when he's holding it in his hand, they gave you a piece just to hide that peg port, and he's holding it and wielding it, and it's one solid sword, so you don't see the peg port when you're displaying him, to give you that option. I mean, that's really nice when it comes to detail. Here's his normal sword that he uses in the video game that I remember. This also has the same thing with the peg hiding. It's right here. As you can see, this piece comes off, and you could peg it in his back for weapon storage. And then you peg this piece back in to hide it, so when he's wielding the sword, it just looks like one solid piece. You know, so some of these third-party companies do some amazing things to be able to give you the figure you want and to give you the accessories you want. So let's take a look at the faceplates and the hands. Okay, so we're right here at the hands. This shouldn't go over. This should be real quick, guys. Just want to go over it with you guys. So he has a pair of 4 pairs of hands. So it's a total of 8 hands altogether. Those are the ones that came in the packaging where they're slightly open. You also have these these are for his pistols, so you can hold his pistols. He has his fisted hand, so that way in case he wants to punch somebody. But you can see the detail of the glove right here. They have the little knuckle pieces there if you need it. Trying to get this thing to focus. That's what I get for recording from my phone. But so yeah, you can see that they have the knuckle pieces there. The hands are painted very well. That has the thumbnails and stuff on there. He also has his gripping hands for all his weapons that he has. So for his swords and his nunchucks and all that stuff. So that's pretty much it with the hands. Let's take a look at those face places. I want to see all the faces this guy comes with. So with the last bit of accessories he does get this faceplate here that came with him on the package. It's just a neutral face. He doesn't have anything special going on with it. It's just him staring at you in a much grimace face. It does have a lot of detail in it. I mean, you can see that this is an older guy. He's, you know, a lot older. It's been some time. He's been through some battles, and you can take a look at it. I mean, you can see from this face here, I mean, it has a little bit of stubble for a beard. The lips are painted. You can see the eyes there, painted very well. They look like they're colored green or blue from what I see. So there's that faceplate there. Let's take a look at the next faceplate. So we have this faceplate here that has him with his teeth snarling, like, you know, clenching his teeth, that he's upset. You can see it in the way his like right by his eyebrows are, that he's upset and he's like mad, and you can get that from this detail that the teeth look like they were sculpted well. All the sculpting around gives you that great impression that he's pissed off. So that it's very great. I mean, it's fantastic. This figure is fantastic, guys. You guys got to pick that up. That's all I can tell you right now. I mean, the faceplate that this guy has, or the detail, is tremendous. I mean, I can't give you any more information than that. The sculpting is done done well. The painting is done well. So let's take a look at the next faceplate. So here's the final faceplate that you can take a look at. It looks like he's happy there. Let me adjust this a little bit so that way you can see. So he has a little bit of a snicker face there. That way you can take a look, and you know, maybe he just finished executing a nice combo. He just did a finisher. I mean, he has a nice little grin upon his face. Once again, the detail that they gave this figure is tremendous. I really do like it a lot. I mean, I can't go wrong with the amount of detail that they provided for this figure. It looks fantastic, you know, with all those accessories. So he does have like an extra hairpiece. I don't know if it's supposed to facilitate that he's moving around or anything like that. So let's swap this out real quick. Take this off. I'm gonna do it live on camera. Well, not exactly live. So here's this piece here, because it came with another one. So I want to know what the difference is. That hairpiece finally put in. It's pretty much his hair is shorter. That's what they're giving you, because if here's the original one that it came with, so it's a little bit longer. His hair's down to his about, I want to say, his chin area. So this hairpiece is smaller, shorter. So that way you can get the figure's face a little bit better when it comes to posing him, if you want to use that, or if there's probably a scene in the game where he cuts his hair. That's the only other option I could think about when it comes to this figure. So let's get a couple of shots, I guess you want to say, with him holding his sword. Pretty sure you guys want to see that. I'm going to try to figure out a way to put his hand, and I just dropped the hand. I'll be right back. Okay, so I was able to retrieve the hand and be able to place it on him. So here's my attempt to be posing him for you guys. So please, guys, let me know in the comments, what did you guys think about this review? Remember to hit the like, subscribe, and bell icon so you guys don't miss another fantastic review for me. I mean, I'm sorry this guy's was a lengthier review than most, but he had a lot of accessories and I wanted to go over it all with you guys so you guys could take a look at it and see if this guy is worth purchasing for yourself. Once again, you guys check out my description where you can find these figures, so that way you guys can have them for your collection as well. It does nothing for me. I'm not sponsored or anything like that. It just provides information for you, my viewers. So I hope you guys appreciate that. I want to hear from you guys. For my new subscribers, once again, thank you so much. And for my subscribers who've been with me from the beginning, I appreciate all you guys. Please leave me comments below so I can hear from you guys. Let's hit that like button. Another quick announcement is that I'm really close to 200 subscribers. Let's try to spread this video around, guys. Share it with your friends. I do want to do a giveaway, so once I hit that 200 subscriber mark, I will plan a giveaway for that big event. So please spread this video around, show the love, and let me know, what did you think about this Dante figure? I enjoyed it. You know, I did have some gripes about it, some little things, you know, that I went over with the review with you guys, which is, you know, some of the not the accessories, but you know, what was my gripes? You know, yeah, this piece just being wedged in there, you know, by the by the jacket. I guess the jacket not being leather. I mean, that's really dumb. Like, I'm not gonna spend a crazy amount of money for a leather jacket. But I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Pretty much that's it. That's my smallest gripes about that. I mean, it does have a lot of accessories, which I really like. It comes with a lot of hands. He has a lot of display options for you guys. So if you guys are interested in picking this guy up, I do recommend it. But that was pretty much my smallest gripe. You know, that's it. Nothing else. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hit that like button once again. Let's get to 200 subscribers and beyond. And let me know what you guys thought. See you guys on the next review.